Hey everyone, welcome back. It's my channel where I play plants too. My name is Nissa and we have the new DLC here to look at today. I will just say, first of all, I have a little pantsuit deficiency right now, but I think it's primarily because of City Skylines 2 comes out in a month or so, and I'm really hyped for that, so that's where my hypeness is. I did get pretty interesting, especially yesterday. Leaf made his video. He showed this drink with a sun something something, sun hit something. I think he said, and I got really hyped because he thought it was one animal. I thought it was the golden lion tamarin because of the again lion face, and the lion tamarins come in a few different colors. Some are golden all around. Some of them have a lion, like a golden head, and the rest of it is darker and such. So I really hoped it was those. But I also were aware that we are actually not lacking in the South American tropical animals. So, but then I wake up today, I see what the DLC is, and I'm a little disappointed because Oceania is a geographical area, and I just feel like there's some parts of the world that we just haven't been yet, and I would love for Planet Zoo to look at those. For instance, every time we look at Asia, we look at the southeastern part of Asia, which I think is kind of sad. Not all of it is South Asia, but if you go on a map and pinpoint every single animal, you will see there's a big part, especially in the western northern part of Asia, that's just nothing there, which I find kind of sad. Anyway, a little note though, color wise, I hope this coloring is fine because I calibrated my screens color wise. Um, so when this video come out, I can watch them on some of my other devices and get a feeling if the color is right. Right now, I look green on this screen and I look pink on this screen. So I hope it kind of evens out. Um, I have to redo it. It's awful. It's god awful. It's also my one screen is much darker than the other, which is kind of awful. So I have to redo all of that at a point. But right now it's what we got. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see the trailer. Um, and if you know, I tried to let it run the first time, not saying anything, and then we see it again where I pause it and put my thoughts in because I know a lot of you guys really want to see the trailer also. Okay. Whew. Yeah, okay. First of all, I've been playing the first second of that music a few times just to figure out the sound volume so you guys could hear it. And I kind of hated the first second, but after that, I really like it. It's very Planet Zoo music, but in a more relaxed beachy vibe, which I assume they actually went for here. So this little guy is of course a ibis. It's ibis in Danish. Sorry, not sure. We will look at that in a minute. I'm just skipping back to see if I missed anything out here. Of course, these paddle boards, I think they called paddle boards. They seem to be new, though we already have some, so it seems to just be new coloration going on. Leaf also mentioned that he think it's gonna be a scenery pack, so we might only get 5 animals, which Yeah, I'm a little here, I'm a little there about that because there's good and bad things about both. We have the purple flowers back here, and I actually don't think they are flowers. I think it's these grass patches with flowers in it. So I'm really happy about that, especially because it's kind of a color we haven't had before. I say knowing that my screen may be a little off again. They look purple here, like a bluish purple with a neutral purple. And over here it looks like a weird purple. So yeah, I'm not sure. These also kind of seem that they may be new. There's one plant that I'm not sure if it's a or if it's from the game that it might be. These trees looks very generic, and so do this palm. This, however, is new. We have something that is a little bit like it, but it's much smaller and thicker leaves. So these are bigger patches. I hope they come in a few sizes actually. Also have the fishnet back here and the are they called lates? Lay. I just know the joke where people say, "Oh, you got laid" when they get it. Oh, I don't know anything besides that. We also have the face over here, and these planks of wood with a rope on them seems to be new. It could be done with planks of wood, but I think the planks of wood that I have that look like these are mudded. We also have the fence back here. That seems very new. Ooh, and that's gonna be good. Actually, fence in Planet Zoo is really something we lack of because barrier fence is not always quite what we want. And these would go both about around a patch of grass. They could also go like just to put some distance between the guest and a staff building, but it could also be used for a petting zoo or a tortoise habitat or something. Small animals that are not gonna brute force their way out. We also have our little fellow over here. Ooh, these down here are new. Oh, I almost didn't see them because of my boom arm. But they are also new. So a lot of plants, a lot of stuff. Gonna cut here. This looks kind of blurry. Kind of does. But once again, I will not go too much into that. It will be easier to see when we actually see the picture, but you will not be able to count for anything before you get it on your computer because our computers just sometimes read things a little differently, so you cannot count for that. Also, we don't have the same graphic card, so something will look much better on one computer than another. But on the fact that everything else is blurred, I have hope for it because if everything else were just point on, that was the weird word, then I would feel really weird that this is blurred. But since actually kind of parts of it looks less blurred than the things around it, I'm fine with that. I'm not sure this is the same flowers as before because the other ones were dark purple in the middle and these are yellow in the middle. So maybe we get two. I'm not sure either that these are patches of grass with flowers. I think these are bundles of flowers. Uh, that's one could be new, but I also feel like why? Because we have a lot of those. Uh, these are certainly new. These are new, but I'm not sure if it's the same as we had in the first picture, but that looked browner up here in the first picture. So maybe we have two variations of them. I have a boat down there, which I really hope is a prop. And I would actually also really like the individual pieces, to be honest. We have some rock work down here, but from here it's really hard to tell is that's new. Uh, we also have some fins here that could be new, but it could also be done with pieces we have. Again, I'm not sure about these pillars, but again, I would need to get closer to know that. These roof pieces are new, but the thing is, if they are too weird and wacky, they're really hard to build with. That's just how it's been with some of the most recent pieces we have gotten for that. Um, yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Then it's possible that there's some tufts of grass in here that I haven't seen before. Just move the camera a little. Yeah, these could be something we have already. Again, it's not the pieces I built with the most, but that up here seems new. And then we have these tufts again, and it seems like they are in different sizes, so that's good. Also have something kind of blue down here. Turquoise down here. Um, yeah, there we have those pieces again, so I think they're new since they use them multiple places. And these pieces down here also seems to be new. If they're actually windows or doors, I'm not sure. It could also be individual build. These pillars seems to be new. Or else they have some kind of markings. It's really hard to make markings on wood in the game because pieces are not always the same size. Coconuts. Is it coconuts? I'm not sure it's coconuts, but they are new, definitely new. We also have something here, and we also have something back here. That's, yeah, it could be like a metal roof just recolored, but it could also be new. That's pretty much where we are at this point. Like, things could be new, but they aren't necessarily. This boat, however, seems new. I think these boats are pieces. It's kind of hard to see if it's the same boat or if it's just recolored. I think they are different because if you see the lines down here, they don't seems to be here, but it can be the light change. Um, okay, here we have something that could be the Tasmanian devil. I actually gonna save that for the video. I have a story about Tasmanian devils. Have told before, but it's kind of funny. Anyway, we have a fire thingy here. These again. Oh, these are not the same. They're not. They kind of seems like these could be these with the bark peeled off. They could be, not necessarily. We have that fence again. We also have a liner down here. I'm not sure that's the word, but that's interesting. Okay, I think for color, I'm just gonna go about this screen. I think this screen is better because I recognize this color roughly as the color it should be. Or were on the screen before. So over here, it's kind of very brightly colored. Um, anyway, that in there is new, and we also have one down here that's bigger. I'm not sure it's the same thing, but it does have the same theme. These things in between here, I'm not sure if they are part of the fence or if they. I'm a little confused now because if you just try to look at it, this one have this on top of it, and it doesn't seem like any of the others have that piece on top of it. Then we have one here with the rope up, rope middle, rope down, and it doesn't copy. We have here with rope middle and rope down, but then we don't have the rope up. So I actually think they made these, not necessarily the fence itself, but the rope pieces fitted them in. And it is possible that it is the ropes from the game that just fit in the size here, but it is also possible that we just get those in more sizes. These walls can be new. I hope they're new, but they could actually also be. Yeah, it could be recolored. The stone wall I really love using. I have made it orange, I have made it white, I have made it black, I have made it everything in between. So it could be that. What makes me think it's not is that this is not a straight line. You can see it's kind of bendy. So that's kind of cool. Rocks here could be new, could be old. I'm gonna go with old because in the last DLC I was really hoping for new and I was so thoroughly disappointed. I think it might be the Tasmanian devil down here, which I'm pretty sure is nocturnal, so it's a lot of sunlight for their habitat. But yeah, this one definitely new. This one definitely new. Tree probably old. um, Also have some features over here, but again, for instance, the green line here, you can make that with timber. Just recolor it without issue. But is it a piece that has that? I'm not sure. Then we have the other fins up here, and I actually kind of think because of the way it bends, as you can see here, you can see we have a straight piece and a straight piece, and they have these angles. Up here, it actually seem rounded. So either they have different rounded pieces, or it's actually a barrier piece. And that would be quite intriguing. Again, you don't need to use barrier pieces for barriers. As long as you don't connect them around, they will not work as a habitat. That's interesting. Rope features here is actually really well done, but again, you can do it if you really take the time to do it. But again, it's something that's just really frustrating to do. We also have something up here I really can't see what is. That piece there is new, but it's not like that piece specifically are gonna hype me up for this park. It's gonna be the story I see in it pretty much, and the animals stories I will be able to tell with it. And sometimes it's also like when we have a Tasmanian devil, well, what can the mothers do with that for other animals? I'm really intrigued by that part, but I won't know that within the first few months, to be honest. Um, oh, it's a dining area, actually, it seems. That's interesting. Um, these pillows here, it seems to be kind of in the same theme as these, but as you can see here, these are more light color than dark color, and these are more dark than light. Can you recolor them? Maybe. And this is just a thicker version of those. Um but besides that, it could be both, to be honest. Okay, have that color flower again. It's a little more bluer than the purple thing we already have in the game. This one is interesting. Maybe Leaf were right about that. I'm not saying anything more because I don't remember the proper names for them, so I'd rather read them in a minute. Um, yeah, once again, we have looked at these, but they are still new. We have the boats, and here it clearly looks like it's the same boat, it's just recolorable. Um, I really like this idea about these houses on the water. I really like it. Mm. Yeah, then the coconuts back there again. Uh, Here it seems like we have a window in the same theme of the door I think we saw before. Besides that, it seems to be more of the same things. Little blue penguin. I just built for those in Small Sea Zoo. So yeah. Oh my god, I just remembered. I have to get the game ready for this, so I need to finish up my zoos before, and I probably have 2 weeks. I think these videos come out 2 weeks before the DLC. I'm a little scared. This one, however, seems new. It doesn't seem new over here, but it does seem new over here, so I'm gonna give it a chance. I just feel like they are longer than the pieces we have. Um, do like the color they went for here. Actually, funny. That's the first color that looks roughly the same on both screens. Ooh, we have a bat here, which probably gonna be the exhibit animal. It looks like the same as the Egyptian fruit bat. I think they are a little bigger, but I wouldn't count on that. Is that a new flower? I thought it was the old one, but if you look at the button of it, I think it looks different. Yeah, it definitely look different. It just looks a lot like the other one, so fascinating. Anyway, more of these. So I'm pretty sure they are recolored, and maybe you both give them in and as poles, as statues, and as trash cans. Because I think I have seen them in a few function. And saying that, I think we have a trash can back here, which looks new. So that's intriguing. Here, I am fairly certain at this point that these are flexi colored, because if they're not, we have gotten them in a lot of colors. Um, I think it's the same plant we have looked at before, but just here we can see the stem of it. This one is certainly also new. Something weird's going on here, because if you look at this face here and the face here, this one looks very much like Darth Maul. I think his name is. I haven't seen Star Wars for 10 years or so. I stopped liking franchises when brands behind them start to ruin them. So, but he kind of looks like it. Um, that must have been. It must have been something that wasn't ready to be seen. I assume it's a different color moth, but I assume you can also see the wings, like the texture on the wings is so different. So I don't think it's supposed to look like that. I don't think so, but I think it's another color moth, again, because you can see dark patterns. Here, the dark line comes from down here going up. I know it's opposite, but here it comes for the forehead going down to the eyes. So I think it's a different color moth that maybe haven't been finished when they recorded this. Certainly new. Can I go just a half a second? Yeah. I love it. I really, really love it. Um, yeah. I thought that these would naturally look like that, but up close here, it's really, really easy to see that they're painted. Once again, new plants, old plants. Oh, did I just do something there? Okay. Probably new shop. We have these. Once again, just recolored. I would like to see that one up close, but that's just more by fascination. This one I think is new, and I think based on the color we haven't seen it before. And that stem here also could be new. I would have to see what's on top of it, but it could be. And the ibis again. Here, I assume this is very, very small again. These are the one I think is the patches of grass, so with flowers in between. So I think it's not that tall. So yeah, quite intrigued by that. Okay, I know I said I would look at this later on when we get it to the game. But feathers are just really, really bad in Planet Zoo, and these are really, really tiny, and it actually looks like they have a fair chance of looking good in the game. I don't say it will look good. I say they have a chance. um, it looks better here. We have the fluffiness issue actually going on here. It's fairly easy to see, but I'm not mad at it. Yeah, the purple is probably just a screen coming in from the side. And it seems like they do borrow. 19th of September. That's just around the corner. I cannot get my shoes done that fast. Yeah, it's in 1 week. Sorry, we are not gonna finish up these shoes. I hope. Oh, sorry. I hope all the mods will be updated. I hope. Hopefully nothing will crash, and then I can just keep playing it. That I'm hoping. But always be sure the day before, remove all of your mods. You don't have to delete them from your PC if you don't want. You can just copy them into something else, a different folder, until you know if they are usable. Um, Not all mods get updated with every single update, but the modders do work on actually making things work. Oh my god, that's only 1 week. I would love to know this a month or two ahead, but yeah. We have a few pictures and we had the text. We're gonna go for the text first because then we have the actual name. Pack your bags and get ready to embark on the unforgettable journey along the coastal islands. Introducing the Planet Zoo Oceania Pack, which will be sailing its way to you on September 19th, alongside free update 1.15, which also means all of your mods should be called 1.15 after that. It is possible that the modders go out and say, oh, you can just use those from before. But if you want to be sure, 1.15. Abundant in rich fauna and flora, you'll discover some iconic species in variations locations on the Oceanian continent. Yeah, that's the part I'm not happy about, especially if they are going specifically with islands. Then why call it Oceania? Because islands are a small part of Oceania. Through the lush forest of New Zealand, you may encounter a curious kiwi. So they don't define it as anything, they just say kiwi. I'm pretty sure there's a few different variations of them. I'm pretty sure. I actually thought they have webbed feet, but they don't seem to be. But they are these very, very, very small birds. They are fairly cute though. They're cutie pies. Oh my god. It doesn't seem white, but it does seem albino. Yeah, I will make individual videos for these as we get pictures of them out. Which will be just short videos, descriptors and such. I won't tell you everything, but just main factors to look for when you build your habitat and such. Set sail further along the islands to meet with the energetic Tasmanian devil. And I don't know if I actually will have to find a picture, but we are going to. These are honestly most of the time looking disgusting, but it kind of like raccoons. They can be so cute, but if they live in nature, then sometimes they have all of like saliva going on and old wounds, and their eyes are tearing up and such. So they can look fairly disgusting, but they are just cutie pies. Small, very dangerous cutie pies. Yeah. They're not that big, as you can see, but they are, again, very cute, and they are also very recognizable with the crest here. It's not like the sun bear where it's the half moon or something. It is more of a line with a thickening on the middle, and they can go to the side of the animal, and they can have a few different variations. You can see this one actually have two lines, so it doesn't have on the middle, but on both sizes. And some of them have really big marking, and some of them have really small markings. And yeah, it's just a beautiful animal. I love them. I'm really hyped about those. Keep rowing along the south coast of Australia to discover a little penguin colony huddled together. They just say little penguin. I know it's the smallest penguin in the world, so probably they will show up. Yeah. I prefer always calling them little blue penguin because then no one are unaware. I hope, however, we get in at least two color moths, since you can see some of them are very, very blue and some of them have this grayish color going on instead. And again, both of them are valuable, and it doesn't only have something to do with age. Like some of them keep that dark color when they grow up. I have too many things open here. Huddle up together, or if you prefer, take a hike to Rottnest Island to discover the lovable quagga. I'm not sure that's how I say it. Giving you that big smile. I'm not sure what these are. Quagga. That was the animal from the statue thingy. Yeah, are these marsupials? They could be, right? Yeah, marsupialia. Yeah. So yeah, they are marsupials. They don't seem to be that big, but they do seems to be cute. Um, it's better than a wallaby or a kangaroo. It's better than just giving us another one of those, though. Yeah. If we needed a copy animal, it's not the worst one. Giving best smile. Oh, look up there. There is a striking spectacled flying fox. I think flying foxes are a subspecies of that. The funny thing is, like, half of these animals could certainly have been in the Twilight Park. And we do hit the fall right around now, so I think they're bigger than normal bats, though. Which would be okay. I'm not a fan of the picture, or what we see here, but you get an idea of the size. Spreading its wing in a walkthrough exhibit, yeah. So not a lot of animals. Alongside these stunning animals, you'll also be getting over 200 scenery pieces inspired by the rich traditions of Polynesia. Here's the thing, 200 pieces is not a lot. If we get one kind of new wall, we will have 4 sets of archways, 3 sizes of walls, 1 meter, 2 meters, 4 meters. We will have 3 sizes of angle walls. So that's now we are on 10 pieces already. Then we will have the bindi walls, where I think we have 4 pieces, 3 pieces. Yeah, we have 3 pieces there. That's 13 pieces. And I'm pretty sure there's and then there's the on-grid wall pieces, 3 of those. So that's up to 16. So you can see we run up really, really fast if it's that. If we get every new plant we get, we'll get probably 3 different variations of them. So again, we run into the same thing over and over. 200 pieces sounds like a lot, but it's not 200 different pieces. It's 200 pieces, but in groups of things. Decorate your zoos with intricately carved tiki statues. That must be the face statues. Straw huts. I know what those are. And colorful flower lace in celebration of the captivating culture of the region. You can even admire the diversity of the islands with the addition of impressive glow in the dark fox lava. Sorrowful lava. That must be what we see on this picture. It must be, right? Is that the new entrance? Do we have a boat entrance? That's oh my god. I have built boat entrances a few times. It never winds up good. It never. So that's intriguing. Along with distinct the foliage that inhabit the island, such as the beautiful Nikau palm and the radiant silver fern. So we do get a new fern. Okay, I'm not saying we get this many of these, but if we do, it actually can make it so that some of the tall things we saw and some of the like low foliage we saw were the same thing. I quite like these. And then the radiant silver fern. I think I know what this one is. It's a very, very big fern, I think. No, it does. Yeah, well, yeah, it's big. That may be the widest, white-ish um flower we saw. Interesting. Do I remember right that it's like green on one side and then yeah, it does seems like it's white on one side and then green on the other, based on which sides get the sun. Emblematic of New Zealand. It's time to also welcome back Emma Goodwin, Bernie's daughter, in another Planet Zoo career scenario. This time, blah blah blah. I don't care. I don't care because I get so frustrated with those because I want to make pretty things and I won't always be allowed to it, and I don't think they should decide that. So yeah, again, sometimes I play it just to get the stuff, but besides that, no. Keep an eye on our social channels as we help Emma and her dad kickstart the special project entry. That's not all though. We also got some extra edition that's coming to the way with the new update. Blah blah blah. We viewing domes. I actually built these ones, and I made them work with the issue were though that I couldn't make the terrain. I needed to lift up the habitat from the terrain. You can make it that way, or you can actually cheat and use the restaurant tables and put glass off them because they people teleport over to the table. So make it work that way. Which I think actually also the way the zoo are gonna make these or plans zoo are gonna work with these, because otherwise I don't see how you need to build a tunnel, but the terrain wouldn't allow you to have ground here and then just underneath. So it must be placeable on some way, but it is possible that if you play a tunnel for these viewers, that automatically there will be terrain on top of it. But so I will need to see how it works. But that's kind of really, really interesting. Ooh, I think these are new. I think the grass is old, but these are new. Um, yeah, everything else seems to be old. Give you the zoo's visitors a whole new viewing experience with viewing domes. Guests will be able to enter these viewing domes in the habitat via an underground network without any need for path or tunnel. So I think it would be something you place you place the restaurant piece or you place the yeah, I think the restaurant piece probably is the best thing to give you the idea. So you just mark where people would go in and then they just zoom over to the dome in some way. So they can enjoy an extra close up viewing of your wonderful animals through the safety of the glass. But will there be option to make it one-way glass? Because some animals won't care if you're in a dome. If it's normal glass, they won't get near you. Um, it's also quite weird to do this with lemurs because some of the funniest things about lemurs are with the climb. So yeah. To activate this feature, just place a viewing dome entrance. Just keep reading on the habitat barrier, and then place your viewing dome anywhere inside their habitat. How big will that be? Because it needs to at least look like you're going downstairs, so it will be a door with a little house on it, and then the staircase would be within, or something like that. And you're not able to connect them, so it seems like you need to do it for one habitat. Each habitat you want them, you need to do that, so you will not be able to make like a walk on the ground and then have all of the animal be on the same network. They will automatically be connected to your dome gate, and you can even place multiple domes in one habitat. Why not place them underwater to create an even more breathtaking view? Just make sure you add water to your terrain after you place the dome in the desired location. That makes sense, the way water works in the game. You can find your dome entrance in the barriers menu and the glass viewing dome in your guest facilities and habitat tab. We are excited to see all the creative ways you utilize these features. But it doesn't seem like you are able to do anything beneath the ground. It looks like they just go in through the entrance and then pop up. And I would kind of like to use the tunnel underground to something, make it educational, or maybe combine it with a underwater habitat on the other side so animals will swim by you while you walk to these domes. That would be interesting, I think, but it doesn't seem that's what they have had in mind. It could also be a subaquatic animal where you can look up on the ground, if you imagine, at a crocodile habitat, but then on the side, underground, you can see them swim. That would be quite nice. Um, yeah. As always, we added some quality of life updates in the game for you to enjoy. We have added new variation behavior for the Bornean orangutan. I didn't notice that they didn't have it. They will be able to appreciate using the 1 meter, 2 meter, and 4 meter, 4 meters, and 6 meters climbable logs. So you will be seeing them swinging around in your zoos in ways you haven't seen before. There are also new color morphs for the king penguins from the aquatic pack, which are melanistic, leucistic, brown, and sanistic. We also added a new temperate Oceania biome for you to enjoy all in all modes. That's actually really intriguing. A free update will also come with various fixes alongside all of this content, which will be included in the notepads. Also, some exciting news: we are officially on TikTok. Yay! Okay, normal prices on Steam. Here's the wish list. I'm a little disappointed they didn't use at least one of the new animals in this picture. And all of the things in the background seems to be old. Yeah. Okay, this video is long. I do apologize. Anyway, we get the ibis here. Once again. And this silver fern over here. So you can see it's clearly bigger than the bird. One of these new flowers, I'm pretty sure still there's two of purple new flowers. And yeah. Ooh, those over here seems to be new. What else do we have? Then we have this picture again. I'm so intrigued if this is the new, either if this is a restaurant option or if this is the new zoo entrance. Yeah, it's too zoomed out. I have really hard seeing this. This new lighting magma. I would like to know if there's different pieces and you place them and then you just place the rock around them. But then how would the splatter works? I'm not sure, but I can think of a few ways that may work, and I'm really intrigued to work with that. Here we have the Tasmanian devil. It actually looks real, real good, but again, wait for you to get it in the game to be completely sure. I think it looks cute here. They didn't go with the disgusting option, which I like. It doesn't either looks like they over Disneyficated it, so that looks good. We have seen that in the game. Ooh, these are planters. I didn't notice that part. So yeah, that's all we have for now. All we have for the next week, guys. Again, keep an eye out. I will put out my videos as we get the pictures out. I will make small videos so I can actually already start with the first few. So that will probably be up in the next few days, and then we see. Again, their Instagram. If you go to Planet Zoo, then they have this idea of sometimes putting things up for the new updates, and it looks like they have. That is the bunny and orangutan, so I assume that's the climbing we're gonna see here. Yeah, so I will not be making an individual video for that, but also when they show us the new um pictures of the new animals, it will be in here. So yeah, I'm more excited than I were before I made this video, but now I also had almost an hour to think about it. I'm so sorry. I do this as fast as I can, but I can't stop talking. Um, actually think I saw something in the background there. Where did that go? Ooh, can I pause? No, I thought this was a new tree. It's not, but that may be new. Anyway, guys, I think we're gonna end it on this picture. And as always, guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again, either in the comments below or the new video. Bye, guys.